Look around you. Look really closely. The wall behind your screen, the texture of your fingertips, the air you are breathing right now. Do you genuinely believe it is all real? What if I told you there is a theory, a serious scientific and philosophical proposition that suggests everything you experience is just code? Elaborate lines of a cosmic program running on a computer of unfathomable power. This is not just a scene from a movie. It is the simulation hypothesis, a concept that challenges the very foundation of our existence and has captured the imagination of thinkers and technologists alike. So prepare yourself as we delve deep into this potential virtual reality and explore the narratives constructed to describe it. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine a perfectly simulated universe. What would it look like? Perhaps you see a vast expanse of stars and galaxies, all composed of perfectly arranged bits of data, with every atomic interaction precisely calculated. Or maybe you picture intricate simulated ecosystems, teeming with digital life forms that are completely unaware of their manufactured nature. Visualize a simulated consciousness, an elaborate AI, looking out at its world and experiencing genuine emotions, pain, and joy, all while residing within a sophisticated program. This is the visual reality we are investigating, a universe built not from matter, but from information, where space and time are fundamental lines of programming and our entire physical existence is an illusion created by higher processing. The question is not whether this simulation could exist, but whether we would ever know. Now, the roots of this idea stretch back much further than modern technology. Think of the ancient Greek philosopher Plato 2,400 years ago and his famous allegory of the cave. He imagined prisoners chained in a dark cave since childhood, facing a wall and seeing only shadows projected by a fire behind them. These shadows represent their entire reality because they have never seen the actual objects casting them. Is it possible that we are like those prisoners, perceiving only a shadow of the true reality? Then came the French philosopher René Descartes in the 17th century, who famously mused that an omnipotent, mischievous demon might be systematically deceiving him about the existence of the physical world. Everything he saw, touched, and experienced could be a flawless illusion planted by this deceiver. As we bridge the gap between ancient philosophy and modern digital logic, please consider subscribing to this channel if you want to explore more mind-bending theories that challenge your perception of the world. Fast forward to the present day, and British philosopher Nick Bostrom formalized this ancient concern into a rigorous logical argument, the simulation argument, which presents three possibilities. Either all civilizations go extinct before reaching the capability to create simulated realities, or all advanced civilizations have zero interest in running such simulations, or we are almost certainly living in one of countless simulated worlds. Which of these options seems most probable to you? The sheer scale of this hypothesis is truly mind-bending. If true, it implies that our universe is just one of many, a simulation within a simulation, with layers stretching infinitely into a base reality we can never perceive. This concept is known as nested simulations, or ancestor simulations. The entities who created our simulation, our supposed simulators, might themselves be simulated by even more advanced beings, and so on and so forth. Within this vast hierarchical system, could there be millions, even billions, of distinct simulated realities, each with its own laws of physics, its own histories, and its own simulated life forms, just like our own? Think of the power required to run such complex programs, the raw computational ability needed to process every single event, every thought, and every physical interaction across an entire universe simultaneously. The visuals associated with this concept are equally spectacular. Picture interconnected networks of simulated realities branching out like cosmic neural pathways, with each universe existing within the larger structure of another. It is a vision that is both awe-inspiring and slightly unsettling, suggesting that our individual lives are just tiny data points in an unimaginable grand simulation. And as we explore these vast simulated landscapes and the technology that could potentially create them, one cannot help but wonder, could there be subtle anomalies, subtle glitches in the program that give the whole thing away? This leads to the heart of current fascination with the simulation hypothesis. Are there observable signs, detectable imperfections, that prove we are living in a digital construct? Proponents point to several potential glitches, like the fundamental pixels of our reality. The Planck length and time, the smallest possible units of space and time, which act like the resolution limit of our universe's code. Then there are bizarre quantum phenomena, like particles being in two places at once until observed, that behave almost like an efficient program conserving memory until absolutely necessary. People have even claimed to experience personal glitches, objects disappearing and reappearing, feeling intense déjà vu for events that have not happened, or witnessing strange, inexplicable events. And some physicists have even gone so far as to search for specific mathematical patterns within the laws of nature that would scream designed code, such as specific types of redundant error correction systems, like those used in modern computing. However, skeptics are quick to offer simpler explanations. What we perceive as glitches might be flaws in our perception, statistical flukes, or simply areas where our understanding of the universe is still incomplete. Quantum mechanics, for all its strangeness, has been remarkably consistent, and those supposed personal experiences are often subjective and easily dismissed, making the hunt for definitive glitches incredibly challenging. Is the universe a flawless simulation meticulously designed to be undetectable, or is it truly the vast, complex physical reality it seems? Let us not forget the profound philosophical and ethical implications of this hypothesis, which are just as mind-blowing as the scientific ones. If we are indeed simulated beings, what does that mean for our consciousness, our free will, and our sense of purpose? Are our emotions and experiences genuine, or are they just programmed responses? Is our perception of free will merely a clever piece of software, allowing us to think we are making choices while every action is predetermined by the simulation's code? And what about the simulators themselves? Are they benevolent creators, indifferent observers, or perhaps even malevolent entities playing a cosmic game with our lives? Some thinkers even suggest that understanding the simulation hypothesis could be the ultimate purpose of our existence, a quest for knowledge that might lead to a deeper understanding of reality, or maybe even contact with our creators. Imagine the moment of realization if a civilization finally breaks the code. Would the simulation simply end, or would we be invited to join the base reality? This visual of a digital ceiling shattering to reveal a higher dimension is a staple of these narratives, often depicted as a blinding light or a sudden shift in the fundamental laws of physics. Ultimately, the simulation hypothesis remains a compelling and debated idea, a fascinating convergence of philosophy, science, and science fiction that encourages us to question the nature of our reality, look closer at the world around us, and never stop seeking the truth, regardless of where it might lead, and even if that truth is far stranger than anything we could have ever imagined. So keep your eyes peeled for those glitches, and maybe, just maybe, you might start seeing the code behind the curtain yourself. Can you be certain that your next thought is truly your own, or is it just the next line of code being executed by a machine in a world you will never truly know? The narrative of the simulation is not just about computers. It is about the ancient human desire to find order in the chaos of existence.